My second story. Ah, Capcom. My friend at Capcom. They are teasing you and making the rumor mill go crazy. Well, you guys know, of course, because you saw the story, the name of the game I'm gonna talk about before. But if I tell you what game came out in Japan on the 1st of July 1999, anyway, the name of the game on the title of the video, so there's no suspense. But it's Dino Crisis, which at the time was, oh my god, one of the crazy banger of Capcom, and Capcom was hot these days. They were just coming out of Resident Evil. That was fantastic, and it sold extremely well. I don't know if you know, there's a guy called Shinji Mikami. I think he was a writer at the time of. Correct me there. I know he has been influential in Resident Evil, in Dino Crisis, in all of these games. And so he was coming from Resident Evil. He had a conflict of interest with Resident Evil 2. He wanted to go one way, the other guy wanted to go another way, which came out with the Resident Evil 1.5 that you can find on the internet and 2, but that's not the problem. Resident Evil being a survival horror game which worked fantastically. Capcom wanted to strike it while it's hot and say, okay, we did zombies. What can we do? Dinosaurs. Yay! And they came out a few years after that. I can't even remember when Resident Evil was. Was it 96 or 98? Anyway, 99, Dino Crisis is out and it's a banger. It's, as all the journalists called it at the time, it's Resident Evil with dinosaurs. So yes, but with a few tweaks, right? A few tweaks being when the zombie is coming to you, the zombie is slow and with 4 or 5 bullets in the head, maybe less, I can't remember, is dead. Try to do that on a dinosaur, it does not work because the dinosaur is fast, it's tanky, and when he reaches you, it tears you to shred in a few hits. Yes, it's the same atmosphere and design, but the dinosaur is very different from the Resident Evil zombies, which is fantastic because the gameplay was completely renewed. In Dino Crisis, you are part a bit like Resident Evil, right? A special ops team, which doesn't have the fancy, they are not the stars, they are the sword, which, well, sounds way less appealing. But anyway, they are going on an island because on a certain research lab something went wrong and you need to get out Dr. whatever Doctor whatever to take him out of the island. And of course, your team is gonna be confronted with dinosaurs very quickly. So that's where the gameplay is fun because it brings a lot of new stuff at the time, right? If you are hit and you are bleeding, then the dinosaur can smell it and follow you with traces of blood. That's like it's just as a reminder, the survivor horror was a term invented for Resident Evil. For Dino Crisis, it was called panic horror because panic is what manage your gameplay. Yeah, there's a lot of it's jump scares game basically with the raptors or the T-Rex coming out of the windows of the wall. You need to breathe a lot in this game not to panic because stuff are jumping at you all the time. And guns, you need an infinite number of bullets to kill a raptor, or even with very advanced weapon it's hard to kill a dinosaur, so most of the time you're running. And after that the game is gonna tempt you with some mechanics to deal with these dinosaurs. With sometimes you can activate lasers, which intelligence at the time, the dinosaur, you're on one side of the laser and the dinosaur will keep banging the laser and hurt himself. That's very funny at the time. But that's one thing. And then they're gonna give you some laser gun, which works very well on dinosaurs. But you know what trunk laser gun use? The same items you need to make health kit. So you have a choice. Do you want to trunk the dinosaur running after you, or do you want to heal yourself? It was extremely fun. It was an absolute banger at the time. And it was so good that it created its own downfall, right? Because 1999, you have Dino Crisis. 2001, 1 year later, Dino Crisis 2. 2002, Dino Stalker, although it's a rail shooter, so maybe it required extra resource, but still it's just 2 years later. 1 year later, 2003, Dino Crisis 3. At the end, the team is in permanent crush for the past 3, 4, 5 years. The people are dead. Dino Crisis 3 is not good. let's say it's really not good and it will kill the franchise. And since then, Capcom has been sitting on the IP for the past 20 years. And fans has been screaming, I want a Dino Crisis for a remake or reboot or whatever. Like I'm screaming, I want my Titanfall 3. And until then, Capcom were like, I don't care. Look at my Resident Evil remake. I'm doing great. I'm fine with that. And why am I talking about this? It's because Capcom made a posted on Twitter on sorry posted on X on July 1st, of course, anniversary 25th anniversary of Dino Crisis. So is it just to say, hey, 25 years ago we created one of the super well-known IP of our brand? Or is it a teaser saying, we might be working on something for you? Nobody knows. No, everybody is expecting like, oh my god, I'm weak at the knees. Are they really making a new Dino Crisis? Oh, I'd love that. It would be great. Are they though? That's the question. So please tell us in the comment, do you think they are doing it? And more importantly, would you like it? I would like it. I would love that. That's the question. Please answer in the comment, give us some visibility, and if you like this video, over here, plenty more.